We believe that education starts at home, and the parents' role is great. It's going to be very helpful for the education.
Pelican has been around for a number of years. It currently holds two charters, Abelson in New Orleans and Kenilworth here. It has a focus in science, technology, mathematics. And the idea basically is to give kids a quality education in those areas to help increase the number of particularly non-traditional students in those fields.
Well, as parents, everybody wants to help their child. And as citizens of Louisiana, we all want to see our children succeed. So I think it's a gathering, a coming together of interested people to find solutions.
One of the things that we know from research is that there are two major factors that impact student achievement. One happens to be teachers, but of greater importance in teachers is parenting. And the issue then becomes, what are some of the challenges that parents face? Why is parenting perhaps not as effective as we would like for it to be? And what is particularly some of the solutions? And so as the board thought about these kinds of things, we began thinking, well, let's reach out to community organizations, state agencies, and others, and engage them in a discussion. So hopefully this discussion will lead to other discussions, across the state.
Education starts at home, and we believe that all participants, will learn something today for different and new, I believe. And then so the following day, next day, they will help their kids more at school.
We know that the research says that the number one factor in improving student achievement is parental involvement, and parents being involved in their child's educational program, whether it's through making sure they get their homework on time, whether it's making sure they get to school on time, however they can contribute to their child's success, it does play a major factor in that child's life in terms of academic success.
The state is offering considerable oversight in this activity. We read and review all of the parental involvement plans that come in from the districts and charter schools. So everybody who receives Title I money has got to have a plan for how that money is going to be effectively spent in the area of parental involvement. So we read that, and then we do a lot of monitoring on site and critical evaluations of implementation of these very important plans.
The parents are the role models. They are the first teachers, and it's really important for our parents to know that the language, the behaviors, those things that they address with their children, that reflects what is going to happen with their child and their child's success at school.
It's always important to bring experts to the table to convey what it is that we know and we've experienced, and to share that information with both teachers and principals as well as our parents.
Our children are the future of this community, so you have to ask yourself, what do you want for your children? Do you want your children to excel academically, economically? What kind of future do you want for them and for this community?
It's important for parents to know what their rights are, what they can do, what the right questions to ask are, what they shouldn't do. As a parent, you are our first and last line of defense. As we continue to educate your child, it's very important that you as the parent know the right questions to ask, because most parents don't know, and it's important that you don't be afraid to ask, and when you ask, you get the right answers and know where to go when you don't receive them.
We need to look at who our parents are, define who our parents are, understand what their needs are, and provide the kinds of services that they request. In other words, parents sometimes don't know the kinds of questions to ask at parent-teacher conferences. We need to find out exactly what their needs are. And we need to help them understand that we want to work with them, and we need to make schools a little bit friendlier places for them.
There are resources available for parents who really want to help their children, and there are ways that they can get guidance, they can get information, and then they can get help to make their children as successful as possible.
It's going to take, when that's saying that it takes a village to raise a child, I said yes, it takes a village, but the village members must talk to one another. So we have to have powerful communication where we build relationships between the school community and the parent and family communities.
Research shows that it makes a huge difference in how a child does in school. And it really doesn't matter if you are well-to-do parents in a fancy environment, or if you are just very interested parents in a middle class or even low economic situation. Your interest and involvement in your child's education makes a huge difference in how they do in school.
Parents make a difference. Parents make a difference. parents make a difference?
We are actually making every effort, not only to deliver a quality education here at the school, but to reach out and to partner and connect with other entities that are involved and engaged in education to actually make a positive difference. And in terms of parenting in particular, if I were sitting at home and listening to this, I would want folks to appreciate the fact that there are solutions. Just because you happen to be a single parent and you work 12 plus hours a day, there are things that can be done. There are agencies and entities that are available that have resources that can and will help you.